Hello everyone and welcome to another video. How many times have you applied for a job but never heard back? Well, chances are that your resume might have been rejected by something known as the Applicant Tracking System or the ATS, which today almost every company uses in order to filter out candidates before the resumes are even screened by the recruiters. And that is why, as a career mentor, I always suggest my mentees to basically tune their resumes to the job descriptions that they're applying to instead of sending the same resume across all the openings that they apply. But I do empathize with you. The fact that you need to create or tune a resume based on the job description can be a daunting task, especially if you're applying to tons of opportunities out there. But what if you had an AI system that can not only analyze your resume, but also optimize your resume based on job descriptions with the click of a button? That brings me to today's project, which is an AI powered job description based resume optimizer. Now, this is an AI agentic workflow that I've built using CrewAI backed by GPT-4o, which not only analyze your resume, but also based on the job descriptions that you are pasting, it optimizes your resume and also makes it ATS friendly. So what are you waiting for? Let's dive into the lab. Cool. So this is how the interface of the job description based resume optimizer looks like. It has a text box to add the job description and a way to upload your resume. So let's look at the case of Jasmine Bell, who is a UI UX designer. This is a sample resume that I found for this particular demo. It's got some experience, summary, skills, certifications, passions, and a bunch of other things. Fairly decent resume. But let's say now this person wants to apply for two different positions. The first one that you found on Glassdoor, which is for a junior UI UX designer, uh, which is specifically meant for designing for a Shopify based D2C brand. Now, it needs to have a lot more proficiency in design tools and you need to be a communicator, but yeah, with a lot of visual design skills. And the second one is more of a user experience designer, and that's a senior sort. It's a slightly senior role, wherein it's more about leading and collaboration and doing a lot of user research in addition to visual design. So we'll try to see if our resume optimizer is able to optimize Jasmine's resume for both these particular job descriptions. So what I'll first do is I'll copy the job description for the first role. I'll copy only the part that is necessary for describing the job, and I will upload the resume, and I'll just hit optimize resume. And within a few seconds or minutes, you will see the optimized resume for this particular role. Now, let me tell you what happens behind the scenes over here. So, firstly, the PDF file gets parsed into Markdown using a library called as Marketdown. Now, this is a library which is fairly good at parsing PDFs, but may not maintain all the formatting, etc., but does maintain the content to a good degree of accuracy. Now, once the content is extracted, this is passed to a resume analyzer agent, which kind of figures out the strengths, weaknesses, and the recommendations to improve this particular resume. Now, all these recommendations are bunched together along with the job description to be fed into the resume optimizer crew, which works towards refining the resume, aligning it more towards the job description, and also making it a lot more ATS friendly by inserting the relevant keywords at the relevant positions without hallucinating too much. So once that is done, you can look at the final resume and it'll also give you a rationale behind why it did certain optimizations and how did was it able to align the resume more towards the job description. Awesome. So looks like our resume has been optimized. And as I mentioned, on towards the left, you will see the original resume the PDF that has been parsed into a markdown, which is not so good to look at in the formatting, but it contains all the relevant contents from that particular PDF. Towards the bottom, you will see the resume analysis that's done by the analyzer agent. It gives you the strengths, the areas of improvement, and a bunch of recommendations which you can read through for your resume. It also provides an overall score. And based on all of this and the overall job description, the final optimized resume is presented on the right hand side. As you can see, it has the summary. Now, the summary is a little, might have been the original summary with a little more additions to align a little more to the job description. It's talking about the key achievements, skills, and in the professional experience section, you can clearly see that the original resume had a chronological order of basically having the internship first and then the junior UX designer experience. However, it's usually a good practice to add your experience in a reverse chronological order. So that has been taken care of in the optimized version. A lot of the points have been refined, and all the passions, awards, recognitions, all of that is also present. And below, you can also see the rationale behind optimization. So it said that the summary has been expanded, the skills have been detailed a little more. It's talked about adding some specific tools in the professional experience to make it a little more ATS friendly. The relevant certifications have been maintained, the recognitions and awards have been maintained, and it's been reformatted. So that's what has happened to our first job description, the resume for our first job description. Now let's say she wants to apply for the second job description as well. Now let's copy the second one from here and yeah, let's paste it and wait for the magic to happen.
A few moments later.
Awesome. So looks like our resume has been optimized. So let's look at the optimized resume section. Now here the summary has a little more weight towards the the senior side of things, and it has heavier words which talk about the track record, the collaboration. That's something which is more attuned towards a senior role as was expected for this particular role. The skills over here, along with UX design, there is research which has been highlighted based on the points that have been mentioned in the experience about A/B testing, etc., along with the tools. So there are a lot of collaboration and leadership angles that have also been highlighted in this optimized resume. The experience section definitely it's clearly now starting to mention as if some of the top points being that you are conducting user research along with designing UX solutions. Instead of just UX designs, the points are more attuned towards holistic solutions, contribute to the design discovery process, played a key role over here. And yeah, this is the overall optimized resume for the second job description. And if you want to see why this optimization has happened, it can clearly tell you that the summary enhancements, the specific achievements have been added to show the impact, to basically align with the emphasis on retention and engagement, professionalism, the non-professional branding, etc., has been removed. Passions and interests have been removed, and more emphasis is given to stuff like digital technologies. As far as the ATS optimization is concerned, it's clearly said that these are the kind of words that has been added into the resume, as you can see. And it's also highlighting a lot of transferable skills which are needed for this role. So, well, that is how the same resume that had been created in a PDF or a doc format can just be uploaded and optimized based on a simple job description that you're applying for with the click of a button. Now, if you want to try this project out, please go ahead to my GitHub. You'll find the link somewhere pasted down below. This is the AI garage where I post a lot of my interesting projects related to the cutting edge AI technologies that I continue to build these days. Head over to job description based resume optimizer. And in this README, I have clearly mentioned what the workflow looks like. And I've also clearly mentioned what you need for setting this up and running this on your own. So do check it out. If you're really interested, do check it out. Give this video a like if you actually found this interesting. And if you really want to learn how to build this, join me in my next video wherein I break down how I actually went about building this particular tool using CrewAI and GPT-4o. So yeah, please stay tuned and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.